L'Arche first started back in the 1960s internationally and in the 1980s here in Cape Breton. And at that time, what was unique about L'Arche was very much sort of liberating people from that really hidden life.
Trevor, do you want to go for a walk? Yeah. Let me get my shoes on, okay?
You know, bringing people out of institutional care, giving people a home, giving people relationships.
Local Cape Breton residents Tom and Ann Gunn had traveled to L'Arche, India. They were so impacted by the work of Jean Vanier that they came back to Cape Breton, they acquired this land in iron mines, and they opened their first L'Arche home. 31 years later, here we are. We have 6 homes. We have a full day program that includes 2 used clothing stores, an organic garden, a bakery, a cafe, a craft studio. We have a chapel and a house of welcome and retreat.
It's taught me how to cook a little, which I did before you guys came in, and it's taught me how to be more independent about myself, you know, take care of myself a little bit better.
I've gone lots of places. I've gone to Florida, I've been to India, I've been to Boston, lots of places in the States.
We believe that everyone deserves the dignity of having meaningful work. And everybody deserves a home, and everyone deserves the right to go to school and to have an education. And when they graduate, they have the right to have a good job. So that's why our day programs are so important to us. Our 6 homes are funded by the Department of Community Services, but there's many things that the department cannot fund, and the most important part of that are our day programs.
So our spiritual life in community is extremely important to us. It's part of the foundation of any community. We're very fortunate to have this house. Many L'Arche communities don't have a house of welcome. So we're able to provide space for assistants on their time away, to come and rest. And also it's been a very special place in the history of the community. We've had a baby born here. We've been able to accompany a number of our core members at the end of their life journey. And so if the walls could speak, it would be a very interesting story.
Because it's a good place to live. Make some really cool friends. I'm friends with some of the assistants. I have a friend named Grace, and she's really, me and her get together really well.
Currently, there's 26 people with intellectual disabilities living at L'Arche Cape Breton, and about 28 live-in assistants who support them. The 26 core members, I think almost everyone is from Cape Breton. Well over half are from CBRM, and we really want to keep that connection because their families and their relatives and their friends are still living in CBRM. I have a son with an intellectual disability, and I never thought that he would ever come to live in a supported environment like L'Arche Cape Breton. So he came to live here in 2004 when he was 20. He had selective mutism, meaning that he didn't speak outside the home. He could go to school, and he did, and not say one word to the people in school. He spent weekends with his grandparents, never spoke to them. He could come home and call them on the phone, and as long as he wasn't looking at them. So that was the anxiety he had about his speech. So it was a huge risk for us to allow Jonathan to come to live at L'Arche Cape Breton and to encourage him to come to live at L'Arche Cape Breton. But he made the choice because somewhere deep down he knew that it would be good for him.
Well, it's kind of hard. A long time ago, I lived with my parents. I'm really quiet in high school too.
You're very quiet in high school too.
The first time I've come to L'Arche, I'm really shy. Well, I had 2 jobs here, L'Arche, the garden, and Derrick's and the cafe.
What has remained unique about L'Arche is very much the relationship-based aspect of what we do. We believe in accessing the right kind of professional supports for people, the right kind of education, but the only way it works is if we're making friends. The only way it works is if there are relationships that are mutual, that are two-way. That's what's unique about L'Arche.